So I want to thank you for joining us tonight for our 23rd annual Everyday Heroes. Deb and I and Sue and Molly, we started this 23 years ago. Can you believe it? And Gretchen was with us too. And it's going, we still can bring in 200 people celebrating our community, right? So we're excited that you're here and sharing tonight with us. You know, being here helps us to provide the assistance to over 27 agency programs right here in Monroe County. It helps us to fight things like hunger, homelessness, poverty, domestic violence. Helps us provide substance abuse rehabilitation services, critical mental health services, transportation services, youth mentoring programs, and a host of senior services. And please note, we do have something on the table that says ways that you can support the United Way in our important work. But really tonight we're here to honor our community unsung heroes who live and work among us, who unselfishly act to save or impact the life of another, but who often go unrecognized or unnoticed. And we know that you emergency responders are just doing your jobs. But at that one significant time, you face an event that requires extraordinary heroism beyond the regular call of duty. And there are those also who in their everyday course of life come across a traumatic incident that requires immediate life-saving measures and heroic actions. And there are those of you who perform exemplary actions of community service, and some for a lifetime. So you're going to be hearing more about these remarkable people shortly. There's some other special people here tonight that I want to recognize. Some of our elected officials and community leaders. The elected officials, I'd like to, and if I forget anybody, please let me know. I'm no Deb Steelgraver, let me know if I forget somebody. Monroe Mayor Bob Clark. I like to call him the All-American Mayor because he's everybody's mayor. Monroe City Clerk Michelle LaRoy. I don't know where everybody's at. Several Monroe City Council members, Mike Hader, who's also a board member, Deb Steelgrave, Kathy Stringham, and Michelle Germani. Sheriff Troy Goodenough, who you're going to hear from in just a moment. County Commissioner Dave Swartout. State Representative Will Bruck. Judge Michael Brown. And is Amanda here? And you met Tracy Oberleiter, who's also representing State Senator Joe Bellino's office. Did I miss anyone? Aaron Mason isn't here tonight, is he? Okay. Oh, Brian Merkel. Yes, thank you, Brian. We also have several of our United Way board members with us this evening. Our immediate past president, Lisa Fennell. Where's Lisa? Okay. She's here somewhere. Sue Vanasacker. You're going to see a little more of her this evening. Sean Finn, you'll see him later today too. Dr. Julie Everly. Tino Amaya. Is Abby Baum here? Craig Haugen, I know Craig's here. And here's Lisa Fennell. Jennifer Kelly, I know she's in the back. Jennifer Kelly. Is Jason Matthews here tonight, you guys? No, okay. Jennifer Sell, no. Mike Hader, we met earlier. Christine Brenner. And Michelle LaRoy again. Did I miss any board members? Oh, I did write down Renee. Renee Brzezinski, Michigan Gas Utilities. Kojo Corte. Did I miss anybody else? We have, I think, some United Way agency representatives here this evening. If you are here representing a United Way agency, can you please stand? I know we have Stephanie from MCOP, is Tamika here from Salvation Army? Gabby's Brief Center. Yep, thanks, Kate. Their new director, Kate Longabarger. Did I miss anybody? Okay. I like how you guys keep me honest. Our United Way staff members, Lisa Babb is our operations director. Lisa. AFL-CIO Central Labor Community Services Liaison, Colin Keene. Substance Abuse Coalition Coordinator, Vicki Loveland. And Christy Rogers, the Child Advocacy Network Executive Director. I would like the members of the Everyday Heroes Event Planning Committee to stand. Deb Davenport, she's our chair. She's been doing this for 23 years, folks. Priscilla and Gail Hutra. Karen Lemerand. Lisa Babb and Sue Miller. Lisa again. And you know we have another special, very special guest with us, our immediate past executive director, Connie Carroll. Got a couple of announcements, and then I'm going to introduce our nominating committee chair. The first announcement is a reminder that a year from now, anybody know how old we're going to be? Not me. Yes, very good. Pass the test. We'll be 100 years old. We are going to have a gala at the end of April. We are just about trying to plan it ahead of time, but at the end of April, we're going to have a Roaring 1920s gala because we were founded in 1926. It's going to be white, gold, black tie affair. So we want you to come. So be looking out for that information. TBA, more to come. We are also collecting 100 reasons to support the United Way. On your table, it has some index cards. Please write something out before you go on why you support the United Way. We are going to compile these for our 100th anniversary. We're going to use them in our upcoming fall campaign to promote the 100 years. You can sign your name or it could be anonymous. Either way, thank you. And at this time, I would like to announce our Volunteer of the Year. This person has no idea that they're a Volunteer of the Year. We have a very special volunteer who has been with us probably over 25 years. She's been a part of our special events committee all this time, mostly working beside her mother, Priscilla Hutra. And she's back there getting ice cream. She had no idea. Every special event the United Way hosts, Gail plays a part in making it happen. Even when we have additional special projects and tasks, Gail offers her assistance. Although she is mostly behind the scenes, our team knows just how much she does for us. Anytime we have any kind of special projects, Gail does offer to help us. Gail, we wanted you to know how much we love and appreciate you. And you had no idea. But you know what? Your sister Melinda knows because I told her. And Melinda didn't spill it. Gail, you need to come up here. And Priscilla, you didn't know either, did you? Because I told Melinda not to tell either one of you.
I'm really surprised that I received this honor tonight. I was always taught that you need to give back to your community, and that's why I'm involved in the community. And I'm very fortunate that I get to work alongside my mother. She's been the chairperson of the golf outing for 25 years coming up this year. And I don't know, I enjoy it. I enjoy being involved in my community and being able to help people.
She didn't tell you this. She is also on the Salvation Army board. Are you the chairperson of that board? Yeah. Yes. She's also very involved in Sir Optimus on a local and regional level. So she does a lot in the community. And I'm glad that you had no idea. Okay, now I want to introduce the person that spearheads, that chairs our nominating committee, Sheriff Troy Goodenough. But I want to share something else about Troy before he comes up here. You can make your way up here, Troy. But before he gets to say anything, I want to share with all of you that Troy himself was honored as the 2024 Mental Health Hero Law Enforcement Officer of the Year by the National Alliance for Mental Health Illness, Michigan. He was nominated by the Monroe County Community Mental Health Authority, Lisa Graham, the Executive Director, who said Sheriff Goodenough's leadership in identifying needs and bridging the gap between law enforcement and mental health services has resulted in a partnership between our two agencies that is unrivaled across the state. It has produced outcomes for the residents of Monroe County that go beyond what any data can describe. Sheriff Goodenough's staunch advocacy and persistence in mental health care have resulted in changed lives and changed community. Under the leadership of Sheriff Goodenough, and through our partnership, we have programs that are the envy of the state. Congratulations, Sheriff Troy. He had no idea I was going to say this either. And he was one of the nominations for the Everyday Heroes Award, but he would not allow us to keep his entry. So I wanted to share what he did this year. So now Troy's going to talk about the committee.
Thanks, Laura, and this is my resignation for being the chair going forward. I don't like to be the recipient of that. So anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Obviously, the weather has not been the greatest. We're going to do our very best to move the program along before tonight's storm comes in. We're able to gather this evening due to the sacrifices by the military personnel. Is there any veterans in the room? If you would stand for me, please. Thank you. This evening, we're honoring a number of individuals who went above and beyond. The heroic act of each recipient will be explained in detail. However, it goes without saying, our community is filled with heroes that make decisions every day that always don't get recognized. They do it because that's their job. I want to thank our selection committee, Lisa Fennell, past United Way board president, Valerie Orr, the director of Community Foundation of Monroe County, Donna Cootie, the director of Monroe County Central Dispatch, and Carrie Williams, the past president, or the president of United Way. Throughout the year, we rely on Deb Davenport, who compiles all the information and puts the packets together for us so that we can look at recipients that have been nominated. At times, it can become a challenge when we receive multiple nominees for a particular category and when we go through them. And at times, we have to select more than one in a category because we know it's well-deserving. So tonight, going forward, we ask that you nominate individuals. On each one of your tables, there's nomination sheets. Please help us so that we can continue this great program and honoring those folks who do such great work in our community. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy the meeting.
Well, our current sheriff caught me off guard. Normally he's longer-winded than that. And I always like to introduce him as the current sheriff. Keeps him on his toes. All right, I'd like to recognize tonight our sponsors that made this all possible. It's in the program book, but because of their generosity, I want to mention their names as well. And I'd like to recognize our $5,000 diamond sponsor, which is Lazy Boy Inc., right over at this table here. Thank you, sir. Our $2,500 gold sponsors, which include First Merchants Bank, right over here, DTE Foundation, and Michigan Gas Utilities. We have our $1,000 sponsors, VIP sponsors, and that's Monroe County Community Credit Union. I walked in with them. They're like right somewhere. Wave your hands. There they are, right over there. And we have a $750 category, which is our benefactor sponsors, and that's the TLC Community Credit Union. I'm going to thank them. Our $500 Friends sponsorship include Fedco, Cakes by Stephanie, and Calkins, Hale, and Rathco CPAs. And our $250 partnership sponsor tonight is State Farm Insurance, Lisa Wayne. So how about another round of applause for everyone? And of course, also in the program book, you'll find a lot of ads that are not free. These people, these businesses wrote checks to support this program. So please patronize them when you can. All the sponsors, because without their help tonight, we wouldn't be able to celebrate this evening with our heroes. So please make sure you try to patronize them. And we want to recognize all the nominees tonight. We would really like to be able to recognize everyone that's been nominated, but there's so many of them that we had to kind of filter it out, and that's why we have that judging committee that our current sheriff chairs. And now to the awards presentations. I'd like Lisa Fennell, executive with Fedco, to come forward. And Lisa's also the past board chairman for the United Way, and she's gonna help me tonight. And if you look at the table behind me here, and Lisa's gonna be in charge of all this, we've got a certificate of appreciation for every one of our heroes. Really nice plaque, really nice plaque. Nicer than the ones we used to give out, for sure, back in the United Way chairman days. And all honorees will receive a tribute that traveled around Lansing in the last week or two and got signatures of our great Senator Joe Bellino. He makes me say that. Then our state representatives, we got them all. We've got Will Bruck. Will's here tonight. You're going to hear more from him later. Reggie Miller, Jamie Thompson, and Jim DeSant. So they all are on one tribute, which is really rare. So it's great that they were able to get them all together for that. So, are you ready, Lisa? Our first category tonight is the Adult Good Samaritan Hero. And to present this award on behalf of the Diamond sponsor, Lazy Boy Incorporated sponsor, is Lisa yourself will be doing that. And Lisa's an executive from Fedco and a United Way board member and a past chairman of the board, which is another level in itself. So Lisa, take it away.
The first Adult Good Samaritan hero we have tonight is James Abrams. Do you want to have them come on up now so we can see who he is? James, if you'd like to come on up here, please. It's my honor to present this Good Samaritan Hero Award to you tonight. Let me tell you a little bit about James and why he was nominated to be up here tonight to receive this award. So James didn't have time to think. On January 18th of last year, the Dean of Students was in Jefferson High School lunchroom in Monroe with about 100 students when he heard screams, which I'm sure is normal in school, but in this case, it wasn't normal. Nadavia Fielder, a 17-year-old junior who's in a wheelchair, was choking. All of a sudden, the noise went silent. And as his aide screamed for help, he said, "I didn't really have time to think. It was more of a fight or flight instinct." And he ran over And with the help of the aide, he unbuckled him and performed the Heimlich maneuver until the food was eventually discharged from the student's throat. Nadavia was able to finish the day of school. That's amazing that he didn't use that as an opportunity to leave. And his grandfather and family was extremely appreciative to you, and that someone was able to lift him up out of his chair and support his weight to perform the thrust of the Heimlich maneuver, Abrams said. So I am extremely thankful he was there, their family said. I'm very, very grateful to the school. They did a good job. Mr. Abrams, James, is a 2008 Jefferson High School graduate, also is the varsity boys basketball assistant coach. You took CPR and first aid class offered by the district's athletic director. And he said, I never had to use this before January 18th, which I guess is a really good thing. And if you can be trained, you definitely should. If we could learn anything from you, that is definitely the message right there. Abrams was presented with an award from the American Red Cross for extraordinary personal action at a school board meeting. So congratulations on that also. And always try, his quote was, always try and be aware of your surroundings. In this case, being in tune with my surroundings paid off big time. So we want to say thank you for your act of heroism as a Good Samaritan while you were in school. So thank you very much. Normally, I wouldn't be presenting and giving you all of this, but here is this,
So much.
and this is. So, thank you so much. You'd like to say something?
I don't need a mic from a coach, so yeah, there's not much I could say. I was in the right place at the right time, and still thankful, to be there at that moment, just like everybody here. So I appreciate the award; it means a lot, and thank you.
All right, we'd like to welcome Lisa back because we have another Good Samaritan, do we not? No.
And Tracy promised not to roast me while I'm up here. So we have Mr. Todd Spencer. So Mr. Todd Spencer is also the recipient of the Adult Good Samaritan Hero. And so let me share a little bit about his story and why he was nominated and selected for this award. So Airport Community Schools teacher Todd Spencer has taken several first aid courses. And Monroe's, okay, now I already promised him I would try really hard not to mess the name up. Helsinus family is grateful he attended. Mr. Spencer is a gym and technology teacher, and he used the Heimlich maneuver on a student, PJ. He was an 8th grader at Monroe's Trinity Lutheran School who was choking on candy. They were doing testing and gave the kids peppermints. And PJ's stepmom said that while she is a surgical nurse, she thought her stepson had just put and pocketed the candy and took it in his pocket and went to the gym instead of doing it during the testing. And so he put the peppermint in his mouth and began to choke. And all the kids thought he was joking and kidding around, which he was not. PJ began to turn blue, and Mr. Spencer ran over and did the Heimlich maneuver on him. Spencer said he just reacted, which we're so grateful that these Good Samaritans are just instinctively ready to jump in and be heroes like that. He said, we were cleaning up equipment at the end of class when a classmate came running over to me and said PJ was choking. He said he ran across the gym to him and asked, are you choking? And PJ nodded his head yes. So he started administering the Heimlich maneuver. He said, I'm not sure how long it took to dislodge the mint, maybe a minute or less. Then he was able to speak and breathe, and he helped him to the office where they took over. The office called PJ's family. By the time his parents had gotten there. PJ was fine and said that Mr. Spencer said that he was playing on the playground within the next gym class. Again, these kids are amazing, going right back at it. So we are so grateful and blessed he was there, their family said. And they also said that, excuse me, they give their undying gratefulness to say thank you that you were there and you were trained and you were at the right spot at the right time. Mr. Spencer said, I was so happy he was okay. You never expect this to happen, but I was glad I was prepared for it. And Mr. Spencer's been a teacher and coach for 42 years, so I'm not sure how many times you've had to use this. Have you ever?
No.
Oh, wow. So that's impressive, 42 years, and that's the first time. That's amazing. You've been at Airport Community Schools for 24 years, and for the last 8 years, he's taught physical education and computer science at Trinity Lutheran. So Mr. Spencer also teaches at St. Charles and St. Patrick's schools. So thank you. This is well deserved. We appreciate you. Okay, I'm done talking now.
Would you like to say a few words?
Oh, I'm very grateful for this honor, and that I'm still going at 42 plus. Yes, with the training over the years, you just stop thinking, you just do. So that's what happened, and I'm very thankful that everything turned out okay. So thank you for the award.
No, I just.
All right, thank you, Lisa. Our next award tonight is the Youth Good Samaritan Hero, and that's sponsored by Gold Sponsor First Merchants Bank and Sean Finn, the Commercial Relationship Manager for the bank and the United Way board member, will join me on stage to present the award.
Good evening, everyone. So tonight, Tate Moran. Tate, would you like to come up? We're going to go over a little bit why he was nominated and selected for the Youth Good Samaritan Hero Award. So Tate Moran's journey started with a simple goal: sell 97 t-shirts in honor of Detroit Lions Aiden Hutchinson, who was injured during a game against the Dallas Cowboys. I believe that was back in October. But what began as a small project quickly gained momentum, turning into something much bigger than the 10-year-old fourth grader at Douglas Road Elementary ever expected. So inspired by his love for football and desire to help, Tate grabbed a spiral notebook and with pen on lined paper sketched out a design, Heel Up Hutch. So with the support of Gene Scally from the Letterman Ink and Threads in Lambertville, his vision became a reality. So the shirts were printed and put up for sale, with all proceeds going to Hutch's Heroes Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization. Tate's first goal of 97 shirts was met almost instantaneously, so he raised the bar first to 500, then to 997. He kept one thing consistent. His fundraising total always ends in 97, which is a tribute to Hutchinson's jersey number. Since launching the campaign in October, Tate has raised an impressive $2,797. The impact of his efforts has reached far beyond his hometown. At a recent school gathering, Tate and his parents, Mike and Kathy Moran, were presented with a $650 check from supportive students and staff. His mother, Kathy, still marvels at how the movement has grown. To quote her, it says, "It's a pretty crazy how it went from a sketch in a notebook the night Aiden Hutchinson got hurt to being on the streets of Chicago, where someone wanted to know where he got his shirt, she said. They took down the information to order one. It's gone from something very small to something very big. For those wanting to support Tate's mission, t-shirts can be purchased at Laramie Sports Shop in Temperance, while personalized items like sweatshirts and onesies can be ordered at the Letterman Ink and Threads in Lambertville. With his sights set on 997 shirts and beyond, Tate's determination proves that even the smallest idea can make a big impact. Congratulations, Tate.
Tate, what a great start as a young man. Would you like to say something? Oh, come on. No. He's good. All right. Okay. Just think of what's in front of this young man as he grows up with community service and ideas like that. I wish we could have all started that young. So that's great. Our next category is our community hero, and to present this award for our diamond sponsor, Lazy Boy Incorporated, is our good friend Susan Vanasacker. Susan, please join me. She is the Director of Community Relations and the Lazy Boy Foundation and United Way board member. Susan?
Thank you, Tracy. Hello, everyone. I'm thrilled to be here once again on behalf of Lazy Boy, and I thank Laura, Deb, the team. Molly, we remember when we all sat in a room and thought about this that many years ago. That doesn't have anything to do with our ages, but a long, long time ago, and I'm so proud to know that Lazy Boy has been a sponsor since the very beginning, along with everyone else. So again, congratulations to everyone that was nominated and to all the recipients tonight. Now I'm going to leave you in suspense a little bit, so I'm not going to make these community heroes walk up here right away, but I'm going to tell you a little story about them, and let's see how long it's going to take for you to figure out who I'm talking about. So this past hurricane season in the fall of 2024, this individual's daughter watched North Carolina get plummeted by Hurricane Helene. She was compelled to ask her mother to organize relief efforts. This community hero immediately contacted her partner in many local humanitarian efforts. Together, this dynamic team went to work immediately to make connections in North Carolina, finding organizations that could accept deliveries of needed items. They secured semi-trucks and asked the community to donate needed items. This included food, clothing, first aid supplies, personal hygiene items, and household items such as lighters, can openers, and brooms. The community responded overwhelmingly, and over the course of several weeks, they collected and dispatched semi-truckloads full of needed items. These hurricane relief effort project is not the only community project these two are involved in. They hosted a Darren McCarty fundraiser for MCOP's Homeless Youth Fund at Amaya's restaurant. In 2023, they started an annual summer party in the park to collect food items and raise funds for local food banks while hosting a fun picnic day for families in St. Mary's Park. For years, they have collected hams and turkeys for the City of Monroe firefighters' Thanksgiving community meal and helped serve the meal. They also host a toy drive and coat drive for area children. This past December, they adopted 10 area foster children for the holidays. They have also served breakfast for Cultivate Community Neighborhood Revitalization Project for the City of Monroe, and at any given time, they will host spontaneous food drives for area food banks when they are low. What won't these two do for the community? Check out their daily Facebook posts to see what they're up to next. If you haven't already guessed, it's my pleasure to introduce to you two community heroes, Deb Steelgrave and Tino Amaya. And I suppose they'll have a few words to say.
Go for it.
Should I?
Do it.
Okay. What's happening, everybody? Chef Tino here with my good friend,
Crazy Flower Lady Deb Stillgrave.
You know what started out honestly as a phone call after it was the very next day after the Darren McCarty thing. Deb called me up and she said, "Hey, what do you think would happen if we joined forces?" And I said, "I don't know. What do you got in mind?" I'll be honest, I really don't think of anything. That's a true story. I usually get a phone call around 8 or 9 o'clock at night with, "Hey, what do you think if we did this? Do you think we could make it happen?" And I usually just say, "Come on, man, let's go. Let's have a good
That's
time."
what you say.
Yes, every single time. Even when she had this crazy idea because of Sarah Jean, raise your hand. She had this crazy idea to fill semis to send down to North Carolina. And, you know, we have fun and we joke around and we really laugh about it. But when you think about the devastation, you know, I had a pastor once, Roy Sutherland, and I share this a lot because Roy's such an amazing guy. If you don't know him, please get to know him. He's such a great guy. But one sermon, one Sunday he talked about, you know, moving outside the four walls of the church. And he made a comment that, man, it's great that we praise Jesus and we love each other here and, you know, and we're in fellowship here, but what happens when you leave? Do you take that with you? And that was kind of our rallying cry for Carolina, right? What happens when we move outside the four walls of our community? How big could that reach be? And you guys came along for the ride, man. So thank you so much for coming along, for supporting everything we do, and really for just making everything that we do successful. It's never for us. It's always for people in need, and that's the most important thing, right? You want to say some thank yous?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. This is usually how the videos go, too.
He's the pretty face behind the camera. That's what it is here. But our next endeavor here is the drones on the river. We've never had drones in Monroe that I know of. I've never seen a drone show. So we're going to try that and see how that works. We're hoping it's going to be a really great thing, and we hope everybody can join us.
Why are you laughing, Mayor Clark?
And we really appreciate, we love this community to no end. You know, we just enjoy everything that we do. So we thank you for this award. We don't say that we're not heroes by no means. We don't feel it. We just say we do shit. That's pretty much what it is. So we thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
So keep that in mind. If there's more than one hero at a table, put your eyes on another one. The flowers are for the heroes. And I'd like to welcome Sue back. She's got another surprise for us.
I do. We have yet another community hero. This community hero has been a loyal Monroe County supporter and volunteer for many, many years. Here are just a few of the things he has been instrumental in working with over the years. Since 2016, he has hosted 3 blood drives a year through the Monroe Rotary Club. To date, a blood donor of 70 pints of blood. He rebuilt the EB log cabin at the Monroe County Fairgrounds, was instrumental in designing and building the pavilion at LaRoy Square, the Little Brown Bear at Dorsch Library, the President Monroe statue at the Monroe County Courthouse, and the Lotus Fountain in LaRoy Square. This individual is the current president of the Monroe County Historical Society. He has worked at the battlefield site, is a Rotary member, initiated the Millage for Technology in Monroe County communities and schools while working at the Ford plant, attends and partakes in many city council meetings. This individual has done so many things that it's hard to list them all, but he is certainly well deserving of this Community Hero Award. It is my pleasure to introduce you to this year's next Community Hero Award, Bill Saul.
am a community hero, but I can tell you, I stand by a lot more community heroes. All these projects that were mentioned were projects that were put together by the community. And my best friend in blood drive is not myself, but the guy who was sitting next to Rich Radcliffe. He has given 224 pints. You say, Rich has helped on almost all of these projects 7 days a week if necessary. And I'm here to say that's one of these. But there's plenty of very good heroes out here, and I can say that. One thing we're going to do, and on just as on April 8th, just this coming Tuesday, we're having another blood drive for the Rotary Club. It'll be at Redeemer Fellowship Church. So if anyone is feeling up to the blood drive character, this is the time to do it. Rotary will be there. I'll be there myself also. So I want everybody to know it's a long-term working relationship with this community, and everybody's so supportive, and it doesn't take much at all to be a volunteer here. So I appreciate everything everyone's done to help. Molly and all the other people that have been around all these years, so appreciate that very much. And that date is April 8th, Tuesday, April 8th.
While they're getting situated, I think I started community service work probably 50 years ago. Mr. Saul was well into it by that time. So he was one of the guys that was making it happen in Monroe, even back in those days. Please welcome with me Dr. Julie Everly, Director of Human Resources, City of Monroe, and a United Way board member, as she recognizes our medical professional hero on behalf of Lazy Boys Diamond Sponsorship. Julie.
Thank you, Tracy. Well, we're going to continue the celebration this evening by honoring two paramedics. And I'd like to invite them to the stage, Alina Guzzi and Luana Silva Costa. And I don't think Luana could make it tonight, but come on up, Alina. Thank you. So I'm always reminded at this event that you can always tell what a community values by what they celebrate. And I think the acts of these two medical professionals exemplify what we value as a community. And I couldn't be more honored to present your award. So if we think back to September 16th, 2023, we were probably going about our day while these two paramedics were called into action. The call that they responded to really represents the essence of their mission, and that is to save lives. Arriving at the scene of a full cardiac arrest, they found an unresponsive patient and a family member already performing full CPR for quite some time. These two paramedics, as partners, took swift and coordinated action to not only encourage and support the family members who were there, but also to administer life-saving interventions, and including defibrillation. And their efforts not only restored circulation, but the patient in their care actually regained consciousness on the way to the hospital. So the extraordinary efforts of this team and their rapid response really resulted in their ultimate desired outcome, to save a life, but also to keep a family whole. So with that, I do want to share some comments from Alina's shift supervisor. So we had a little chat with your supervisor. We did. So the supervisor says Alina is a senior paramedic for Monroe County Ambulance. She started in March of 2020 as an EMT. Alina attended paramedic school while working as an EMT, and after becoming a licensed paramedic, Alina soared through the training program, and she now has been promoted to senior paramedic. Alina is amazing, She's compassionate, caring, and extremely knowledgeable. Her encounters with patients are professional, and she takes pride in giving the best care possible and the best treatment possible. Alina also takes pride in training those who are less experienced in the field. So always giving back, which the performance of the new paramedics now is a reflection of her. So Luana, her partner, the shift supervisor, also made some comments and said Luana started her career at Monroe County Ambulance in November of 2022. While gaining experience in working as an EMT, she enrolled in paramedic school. Even though she was not a licensed paramedic at the time of this call, her EMT skills were just as important and added to the success that happened that day. So please join me in honoring these two medical professionals.
Our next category this evening is the Labor and Union Hero. And to present this award on behalf of our diamond sponsor, Lazy Boy, Inc., is our own Mike Hayter. And Mike is the president of Monroe, Lenawee, AFL-CIO, Central Labor Council, and a United Way board member. So, Mike, if you could please join me on stage.
Good evening. Tonight's labor union heroes are Rob Tesnar, Marcus Nagley, Jake Myers, Donald Beard, and Ben Tackett. Jake Myers and Ben Tackett couldn't be here. Can the other three please come up to the stage? In the early fall months of 2024, Rob Tesnar, the business agent for IBEW Local 8, took a phone call that inspired a call to action. A member in need was looking for assistance, and Rob knew how to help. This member, a 33-year-old electrician, was diagnosed with Parkinson's and would no longer be able to work and support his family. When the call came in, Rob immediately planned and gathered volunteers with a goal in mind: to help this young man stay in his home with his debilitating disease ramping up. After a little bit of planning and coordination, Rob and his group of union brothers showed up to build this member a ramp. Rob, along with Jake Myers, Marcus Nagley, Don Beard, and Ben Tackett, were able to build this member a ramp and help with Christmas as the holidays drew closer, allowing him to stay in his home. It took 2 days of building this in the coldest days of December, but these men were able to put a ramp up and change the life of a union brother. And I want to congratulate you guys, and it's a pleasure and honor to work with you.
Would anyone like to say a few words? Why not? Let's give them a plug.
I just want to acknowledge the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. That's what group we're with, and we take pride in making sure our members are taken care of. And also the individual we're talking about, he's received full disability now, and his family, they never, it was seamless. They never even missed a check. So we're pretty proud of that. Thank you for the award.
When I said coldest days of December, I was just informed it was 18 degrees on those 2 days.
All right, thanks, fellas. Please welcome on stage Molly Lippert-Coy, DTE Regional Manager and a board member of the United Way. And she is represented, she's the gold sponsor, DTE Energy Foundation. She'll be presenting the law enforcement honorees.
Thank you so much. I too want to take a moment and recognize Deb and Laura and the team. It's amazing. It's been 23 years. I can't believe that, but that's wonderful. And a shout out to all of our unsung heroes, all of the nominees and the award winners. I also want to take a minute and recognize my heroes that come and volunteer at so many different events throughout the whole Monroe County community. Last year they did 2,000 hours of volunteer service. Can you please stand up, DTE members? There's some of our retirees and employees. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you. So I have the pleasure tonight of announcing our police award hero, and I'm going to ask Sergeant Jason Miller of the Monroe County Sheriff's Office to make his way up. And I'm going to read you a little bit. First of all, how is a hero defined? I thought this was pretty interesting. Someone who is admired for his courage, his or her courage, outstanding achievements, noble qualities, and acting selflessly to help others even in the face of danger. So I think if you pulled up the dictionary, you would see our sergeant's name next to that. So we have kind of a delicate story here to share because part of it is still going on in the court system. But I am going to share a little snippet of Sergeant Jason Miller. He took responsibility to protect the students and staff at the Monroe County ISD in the utmost importance during a very tense situation involving a disgruntled employee. Sergeant Miller demonstrated extraordinary courage, professionalism, swiftly intervening to ensure the safety of more than 400 individuals, students, parents, faculty at the ISD. As many of you are aware, students with the greatest physical, educational, and emotional needs attend the Monroe County ISD main campus. So the sergeant quickly recognized the potential of the threat and stepped right in, used exceptional de-escalation skills, and calmly was able to redirect the individual off Monroe County ISD campus. He continued to communicate with the individual as things progressed, and he was able to move. More members of the Sheriff's Office arrived to assist. Sergeant Miller has been employed by the Monroe County Sheriff's Office for nearly 25 years, being stationed at the ISD, and last year was their local district SRO supervisor as well. We thank Sergeant Miller for his outstanding bravery and quick thinking in the face of potential danger. Sergeant Miller exemplifies the highest standards of law enforcement, displaying not only heroism, but also compassion in critical moments. His unwavering commitment to protect the campus and the citizens of Monroe County makes him truly a deserving award winner this evening. So thank you so much, Sergeant.
I just want to say I'm honored tonight to be here with the other everyday heroes. It's truly humbling to be recognized for something that it's just doing my job. So I want to say thank you. I want to thank LaRoy Pipus and the United Way for this great event. They do amazing work around Monroe and Lenawee counties. I've known Laura for a little while now, so I just want to thank them for this event. Fortunately, the sheriff had to leave for an emergency, but I just want to thank him and give him a shout out. He truly should have received an award as well. As you can tell, he responds to everything, and so he just left now to go respond to another emergency and had to leave. But he put me in charge of one of the biggest units in the department, overseeing 15 different people and 9 school districts, and it's been a chore, but I'm pretty grateful for him. And then and I want to give a shout out to Dr. Stephen McNew and his administrative assistant Andrea. They accepted me at the ISD as one of their own. They support the Sheriff's Department and the school resource program, and they just do amazing work at the ISD, and I'm just glad I'm over there and that they're here today. And then finally, my wife. Being a spouse of a first responder is not an easy task, and in just a few weeks we'll be celebrating 25 years dead. And it's very that's not very common in law enforcement or first responder life. So for her to stick around with me that long is truly heroic. So thank you, appreciate it.
So while they get settled in, I'd like Mrs. Miller to stand up. 25-year veteran. You're a hero too. Where are you at? Right there. Okay. We're at the point in time. We're going to recognize our last category, and it's our local military hero. And to present this award on behalf of Michigan Gas Utilities is Corey Parker, our Senior Account Manager. So Corey, please join me on stage as we celebrate our last recipient tonight.
Well, I'd like to start by thanking United Way for putting this event on. This is a fantastic event that I get the opportunity to come to, and thanks to Michigan Gas, I get the opportunity to present each last couple of years now. So it's been an honor to be a part of this. Some of you may know I'm not from the Monroe area. I actually work out of our Coldwater office, but thanks to a lot of local programs like Leadership Monroe, I see Shelley over there, I've been welcomed into the community with open arms. And so throughout that program and throughout my time with Michigan Gas, this has been a really warm and welcoming community to invite me into. So first of all, thank you for all of that. Like Tracy said, I had the opportunity this year to present the Military Hero Award, and it is with great pride and deep admiration that I stand before you today to honor this true hometown hero, a man whose dedication, leadership, and selflessness have profoundly impacted the lives of countless veterans in our community. Tonight we gather to celebrate the incredible achievements of Sam Struth, a man whose tireless commitment to those who have served our country has left an incredible mark on our hearts and on our community. He's actually here tonight with his wife Jan of 53 years. So congratulations to you two. Sam's the embodiment of service above self. Through his leadership in several organizations, Sam has worked tirelessly to make sure that the needs of our local veterans are met with compassion, respect, and unwavering support. Whether it's through his role as the chairman of Community Uplift Program, commander of AMVETS post-1942, or as an active member of the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 137, Sam has dedicated himself to advocating for those who have sacrificed so much for our freedoms. As the chairman of the Community Uplift Program, Sam has been the driving force behind initiatives that directly impact our veterans, ensuring that they have access to critical resources such as healthcare, housing support, and the care that they deserve. His work securing thousands of dollars in donations for homeless veterans and funding life-changing programs like equine therapy for PTSD treatment has made a tangible difference in the lives of those who have served. Sam's dedication to their well-being has inspired a ripple effect of support throughout the entire community, ensuring that veterans never face their challenges alone. As commander of AMVETS post-1942, Sam has provided a steady and unwavering voice for veterans, constantly raising awareness about the issues that they face. Under his leadership, AMVETS has become a sanctuary for our local veterans, a place where they can go to find care, camaraderie, and understanding that they deserve. Sam's commitment to raising awareness of veterans' needs has not only fostered a sense of community within AMVETS, but has also ensured that their voices are heard and that their needs are addressed urgently and with compassion. As a member of the Disabled American Veterans, Sam has become a tireless advocate for disabled veterans throughout organizing events, securing resources, and providing direct support. His work has created a culture of support and empowerment, ensuring that no disabled veteran in our community ever faces their struggles alone. Sam has truly been a beacon of hope for so many. But perhaps one of Sam's greatest accomplishments is his ability to bring together different organizations within our community, creating a unified network of support for all veterans. His leadership in fostering collaborations between AMVETS, Disabled American Veterans, and other local groups has been instrumental in making sure that no veteran is left behind. Sam's strategic thinking and ability to bring people together have made him a critical force in creating a system of care and support that truly works for our veterans. Sam's contributions go far beyond his roles. His impact is felt in every life that he touches. Through his hard work, compassion, tireless dedication, he has improved the lives of countless veterans, particularly those with disabilities, and has made our community much stronger. His legacy of service, compassion, and empowerment will continue to inspire for generations to come. As I conclude, I'd like to invite State Representative Will Bruck up here to the stage with me to help me honor Sam, and he has a few words as well. But it's with great pride and humility that I present this well-deserved recognition to Sam Struth. As a true hometown hero, Sam embodies everything that we hold dear: commitment to service, selflessness, and unwavering dedication to those who have served our nation. You're welcome. So Sam, thank you for everything that you've done and you continue to do for our community. It's a better place as a result of you. Thanks.
I just got to recognize Sam. If you don't know Sam, you need to know Sam. Sam makes a lot of phone calls for donations for vets, and the work he's done with CUP has been utterly amazing. And that all started with Flags or Veterans a few years back when him and Kenny Moore got together and started that program to get flags at every graveyard in the county that had a vet buried there. And there was how many, Sam? 40 graveyards that had no American flag or pole at their graveyard. And so they went through that. In the process, that became CUP, the Community Uplift Program, and he has continued to support vets and non-vets as well through CUP, helping the community. So Sam served in the 82nd Airborne as an engineer, so I have a good place in my heart. And Sam, I lost my father a number of years ago, and Sam truly, he could be my father. But he's been a father figure to me and encouraged me throughout everything I do. So Sam, there's your hat. And just for note, Kenny already gave me a pin on there, so you got your pin from Kenny already.
Cool.
So
Thank you.
Congratulations.
On the way out here, my wife said, when you get up there, keep it short. Well, I made a list. And, oh, that's my CBS receipt, I'm sorry. No, really, what she didn't realize is I was going to have a captive audience. But no, I don't like doing this. What I like doing is coming out, getting money out of your pockets, and giving it where it needs to go. And that's what we do at CUP. That's what we do with the different veterans organizations. So it's you people out there, the different organizations that I belong to. You know, I just sit back and take the money and then figure out what to do with it. So I want to thank everyone here.
Thank you. Probably noticed that I sat down because I knew Will Bruck was going to say a few things. And I usually can't stand that long. But I do want to mention something, Corey, while you're having that photograph taken. Probably everybody at this table had a family member working at Michigan Gas Utilities at one time, because they go back more than 60 years in this community. Their office is on South Telegraph Road, right? Big complex. And you've been at the table for donations, sponsoring events, all that time. So that's greatly appreciated. All right. For the grand finale, I'd like to welcome Laura back to the stage. How about a great big round of applause for her? What a great event.
I really love how we always end our evening with honoring the veterans. Could the veterans just stand up one more time, please? And honor Sam. Thank you so much for your service. We greatly appreciate it. And we thank everybody for being here this evening. We are journeying to 100 years, and we're so glad you could join us for that as we go through the next year, too. So be on the lookout for all the different programs and things we're going to have the coming year. I want to thank again our sponsors, our diamond sponsor, Lazy Boy. Been there since the beginning, Sue. Our gold sponsor and is First Merchants Bank, also been there from the beginning. I remember when we went to beg Doug Chafin, remember that, Molly? To get involved in this, and you guys have been with us right from the beginning. We appreciate it. Molly DT Foundation, absolutely been there since the beginning. Michigan Gas Utilities right there with us. And all of you, all of these 4 groups that I just mentioned have been with us almost the whole 100 years. Please give them a round of applause. Our VIP sponsor, the Monroe Community Credit Union, and they do a lot of stuff for us. A lot of things that maybe you don't see, but a lot of them are on our marketing committee. I look at April. Thank you for all the stuff that you do for us. We appreciate it. They are wonders in our community. Thank you. The TLC Community Credit Union, I don't think there's anybody here tonight, but they are also been supporters in both Monroe and Lenawee counties of ours. Our friend sponsor, Fedco. Lisa's kind of been our star this evening, Lisa Fennell. Thank you, Lisa. Cakes by Stephanie. You guys probably know they're across the street from us. What you probably didn't know is that they don't have a lot of parking. Did you notice they don't have a lot of parking at their store? So they park in our back parking lot in exchange for lots of good free stuff. And they also sponsor most of our events. Thank you to Matt Hale and Calkins Hale and Refco CPAs, and to Lisa Wayne, State Farm Insurance. Lisa's husband last year was an everyday hero. Her and her brother, her husband and his brother. So they're big, and she's been with us right along too for a long time. Thank you to Deb Steel Group, Deb's Floral Designs, and don't forget, if you're a hero, take your flowers home with you. And I understand, Sarah, you did all the flowers, didn't you? Yeah, great job. Thank you to Dave and Sue Grassley from Floral City Images. Dave's been taking our photos of our heroes this evening. Thank you to Tom Gerwick, who's been a roving photographer. Thank you again, all the heroes, those who were awarded, those who were nominated. We thank them too, because there's some really great stories. I mean, every year you think, it just can't get any better, and it does. There's a lot of great people in our community. And we like to celebrate the good stuff in the community, and this is one of them. You're helping us to support, like I said, over 27 area agency programs, and we just went through our allocation process. Would any of you who are involved in our allocation process please stand up? Anybody that was recently involved in our allocation process? We have community leaders from all over the community that help us out. And we didn't have very good weather. We had to postpone it a couple different times. And tonight was a little iffy too, wasn't it? We were a little concerned. We're just not picking good weather days this year. Thank you so much for all of you that help us. We don't make the decisions. The community leaders do. We help you again for helping us address so many different issues. And we appreciate you in many ways that all of you celebrate the United Way. And we did speed things up a little bit this evening because we were a little concerned about the weather, so I'll keep it short. I just want to thank again our Everyday Heroes Committee, the nominating committee. I think the sheriff's going to be upset with me for a little while that I mentioned his award anyways. It's well deserved. the DTE volunteers who help us at all of our events. Thank you so much for being here. And the United Way staff for being here and helping out always. We have a really great team. We work hard, but we have a lot of fun together. I appreciate them. Thank you all again for being here tonight. Don't forget about the nomination forms in front of you. A huge thank you to Deb Davenport. She's the one that pulls us together 23 years and running. And thank you to our host, MC, Tracy Oberleiter. He told me earlier today, he said, you know, Laura, I'll be there at 6:30. No, you won't. He's been doing this since 2015, you guys. A couple other things I want to mention. We have some other events coming up in April and May. Believe it or not, we have 5 events. This is the first one. April 24th, we have 3 health checks coming up. April 24th in Adrian, May 8th in Bedford, May 22nd in Dundee. There's information in your program book about that. It's a great program. It's been going on for 40 years, and thank God Connie Carroll still helps us with that. We have our 5th annual United Way golf outing coming up in Lenawee County at the Raisin Valley Golf Club in Tecumseh. If you want to join us on May 16th, I'm looking at Corey because Corey's going to be there. And then September 5th is our Monroe golf outing. We moved it to Bedford Hills for our 100th anniversary because last year we had to turn away a few teams. We needed a little bigger place. So we're going to do that for our 100th anniversary year. And don't forget, next April, look for an announcement for our gala event. And lastly, if you are a hero, we want you to go to the back. Is that where you want them at? We need a group photo. So we want y'all to gather in the back, but don't forget to take a flower with you. Thank you again for being here tonight. We greatly appreciate all of you.